Good morning all. I am Swati. I am the English faculty here for you to teach first year classes. I am also a soft skills trainer. Again, I will come to teach you in the third year and final year for employability skills and your placement very conveniently. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Basic Sciences and Humanities in the Vijnan's Lara Institute. Coming to your English subject, in the first semester of first year, there is a textbook which is called Infotech English, and there is a non-detail. Textbook contains 4 units and your non-detail also contains 4 units. In that, first unit is already completed. In every unit, you will have one textbook lesson, one non-detail lesson, and based on these 2 things, whatever all the relevant grammar, that also you have listening, speaking, reading and writing. Grammar questions based on listening, speaking, reading and writing skills, which we call in short LS or W skills. Okay, first lesson already completed successfully. I hope so. Now we are in the second unit of English. See the title of the lesson, Nehru's letter to daughter Indira on her birthday. Naturally, how we celebrate birthdays? We celebrate birthdays with a lot of pomp and joy. We invite all our friends. We invite all our near and dear family members. We receive so many presentations, gifts and wishes on the occasion of our birthdays. Especially the younger ones like you celebrate with a lot of bubbling enthusiasm in the crowds of. But here you see, it is only a postcard you can see here. It is only a postcard you can see here. And the title of the lesson is Nehru's letter to daughter Indira on her birthday. The title of the lesson is Nehru's letter to daughter Indira on her birthday. Here you can easily understand because these are all the stalwarts in the Indian history. So, Jawaharlal Nehru is our first Prime Minister. He is the father here, and Indira Priyadarshini Nehru. She is the beloved one and only daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru. You know that also. And on her birthday, he wrote a letter. It's the occasion of her birthday, and he wrote a letter to her. Why father was not there with the daughter on her birthday? Why just he wrote a letter to her? That is a part and parcel of our Indian history. Okay? See the destiny. The father was not there with the girl. It's a part and part of the destiny. And this is a postcard. Here I have posted. Why there is a postcard? Iconically I have kept there. You will come to know in the next slide. See, there is a pre-reading task for you. Have you heard of postcard, inland letter card and envelope? Do you know these things? Maybe you are all very young. You may not know all these things. That is why here I kept iconically a postcard. Because you will come to know. This is the cheapest means of communication in the olden days. It is just 10 paise or after some time 15 paise. Especially what I have posted here is 6 paise. Cheapest means of communication. We can write the address there. We can write whatever all that we want to write here and we can post it. There is a good mechanism in the olden days. They will carry this letter from the sender to the receiver, whatever the address is given there. Like that, if our communication is more, we can use inland letter card. We can use envelope if we want to put any attachments to our letter, and sufficiently we have to pay for the service. And what are the popular modes of communication today? What do you all know? The popular modes of communication. There are cell phones, there are short message, which we call SMS now. You know cell phones, I need not explain about it. Cell phone is a means of short message, we call it SMS. You can make video calls using your Android phones. There is also other social networking sites like Facebook, WhatsApp, and for official communication we use email. For official communication you can also use Twitter and Skype. Likewise, there are even so many things which are there for our communication today. Now my question is, what is the difference between these two types of communication? First one is the communication in the olden days, which is by means of a postcard, inland letter card and envelope. And today we have a lot of popular means of communication, cell phones, short messages, video calls. You can post anything in the Facebook. You can send messages through WhatsApp, email, Twitter, Skype. And what is the difference between these two types of communication? First we have to think of. That is the pre-reading task of this lesson, from a father to his daughter. The warmth, direct physical touch, handwriting and personalization we can feel with the olden type of communication mode. When I receive a letter from my father, in those days when I am studying in a hostel, when I am doing my 10th standard, I feel the warmth of it because the same postcard is touched by my father. I preserved those letters with me because there is my father's handwriting. I feel a kind like just I am directly talking with my father by reading those lines which are written by him. Even the signature of my father, I love most. I tried to imitate many times, but even today I couldn't. Okay, that kind of personalization, direct touch, the feel, the warmth, all these things are there in the olden mode of communication. And when you come to today's communication, here also, though the personalization and warmth are missing, no worry. This is a faster and quicker communication and very accurate communication. It is less expensive. It reduces labor also. If I want to apply for a job in the olden days, I used to fill up an application of 10 pages or 8 pages, attach all the necessary attachments like the proofs of my qualification, the proofs of my previous experience, my photograph and any other things they insist. I have to attach all these things. I have to take a xerox of it physically. I put all these things arranged properly and put in a cover. And taking the cover, I used to go to the post office. Okay, I affix necessary weightage stamps to that and then I can submit it to the postmaster or I can drop in the drop post box. All this is time, labor are saved with this kind of email. We can simply put an attachment of our resume. We can attach all the scanned copies of our certificates to the resume and simply we click on send. Goes within no time to the destination. Okay, that is a bliss of technology today. Especially these two things I want to make clear. Okay, and we move to the next slide. Before moving to the next slide, here there is a pic for you. You see that. Letters from a father to his daughter. All the letters written by Jawaharlal Nehru are printed in the form of a book, which is not only to his daughter and even for all the kids and students and even elders of today. They are ageless, they are timeless, they are boundaryless. They include a lot of information which is useful even today for all the categories of people, and this is the cover page of that book. Let's move on. Before we enter into the lesson, I want to give you the language skills of Jawaharlal Nehru in a nutshell. Nehru used to write letters to his daughter while she was in her higher secondary, +1 and +2. So he used very simple language, very lucid language, which she can understand. And just if you understand these words, you can also easily crack the lesson, Nehru's birthday letter to his daughter. Okay. So the first one, devoid of, entirely lacking or free from. Entirely lacking or free from. Devoid of means we are not bothered by anything. We are free, we are happy, we are bubbling. Okay. And then concern. You know the meaning of the word concern. I need not explain you. A matter of interest. Concern means I show concern to my students. I pay some interest to all my students. So concern means a matter of interest and giving importance to someone or somebody. And then peak into, reach the highest point. You all love this word, I know. Peaks, you use in the word peaks, peaks, he is in peaks, he is in peaks. But the exact type of using the word is peak into. And this is very important word here. See all the important words I give you. Peek into, and it's a verb. Okay. Sermonize. Sermonizing means delivering a speech. Delivering a speech. Telling, do this, do that, do this, do that, don't do that. It's not good, it's not bad. And all these things comes under sermonizing. It is also a verb. Sermonizing is also a verb. And then dole out. Doling out means giving out. Giving something to somebody. Dole out. This is also a verb. And fascinated. Attracted towards very much. You know the meaning also. This is also a verb. And then fortunate. Fortunately. Blessed with. Favored. This is an adjective. Whenever you are learning words, you should immediately know what parts of speech it is. Okay? Unworthy. Unworthy of doing something. Unworthy of selecting the candidate. This is also an adjective. Unworthy is also an adjective here. And then goes to serene. S-E-R-E-N-E. Serene. There are so many synonyms for the word serene. Holy, calm, quiet, peaceful, tranquil. So, serene means calm and peaceful. I have kept two synonyms there. And then unruffled. Unruffled means also serene. Serene adjective. Unruffled also adjective. These words are used to describe the qualities of a human being or the qualities of a period or an object. Okay. So, serene is also unruffled means not immediately aggravated or frustrated or irritated. Okay. Not agitated or not disturbed. Whatever the situation may be, we are stable, we are not disturbed, we are not agitated. We face the circumstances in a stable, confident manner. Unruffled is an adjective to describe the qualities of a human being who is strong at power, willpower that is. Okay? So, after completing the very important words of the unit, let's enter into the unit. See, there is a pic of smiling daughter, that is Indira Gandhi, and her father, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. The first episode of the book, a book of nature, which is written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. It's a book where all captured. It is not a book of lessons or something. It is the letters written by the father to the daughter. But you see, in Bengal, it is translated into Bengal. Actually, Jawaharlal Nehru wrote all these things in English and Hindi. Then it is translated into Bengal. It's kept as a textbook for 7th standard students. Right now. It's prescribed as a textbook for 7th standard students. Okay? Okay, leave it. Now we will see 1930 onwards, Jawaharlal Nehru started writing letters to his daughter. Why a father started writing letters to his daughter? Normally, in any family, what is the family we can imagine? Maybe a joint family, or a nuclear family, or a small family or large family. Parents and the children live together. But here it is not the case. Here it is not the case. Parents and children That is the problem. Why? Because Jawaharlal Nehru's entire life is imbibed in the Indian history, especially Indian history of freedom movement, when the Britishers ruling our country, especially the Congress party. In the year 1885, the Indian National, 1885, we have Indian National Congress was established. Then Jawaharlal Nehru was also there as a member in the founder Congress. Then onwards the party, INC means Indian National Congress, worked for achieving freedom from the hands of the Britishers to our country. During the agitation, during the freedom movement, many of our leaders are were imprisoned. Many of the important leaders were imprisoned. One out of them is Jawaharlal Nehru, who was imprisoned. Where he was imprisoned? He was imprisoned in Naini prison. Nainital is a place located in the north of the India. Nainital. Okay, there in a prison he was there. He cannot come out of the prison walls. In the next class I will show you the prison pics also. Okay, and where is his daughter? His daughter, the so-called Indira Gandhi, was there in Mussoorie. She was studying in a school in Mussoorie, and he was imprisoned by the Britishers in the Nainital prison. So he happened to write a letter to his daughter on the occasion of her birthday. He cannot go and celebrate her birthday with a lot of pomp and joy. They are the days of our freedom movement to our country. That's the reason. See how much the families have sacrificed for the freedom of India in those days. You can understand here. And that was her 13th birthday. She entered into her teens. Till 12th year of age, we call their comes, it is teenage started. So there is a good development in the thought process, understanding and grabbing of knowledge. That is the time to nurture the character and personality. So Jawaharlal Nehru started giving a different kind of information, different kind of knowledge by means of letters. That's why those letters are very, very important. Even today they are the treasure of our country. Okay. When he started writing letters to his daughter in the year 1930, that letter was there in the book of nature. So the first letter he wrote in the year 1930 to his daughter was printed in the book of nature. Means he wrote everything about the nature, not so many personal things. Everything about the nature. What are the things there in the nature? You see here how life began in the universe. Okay, and a wide range of other topics which are there in our curriculum in +2 and even 9th standard, 8th standard and 10th standard. These topics include language, about business and trade, the history of our country and the history of the world and many other countries. It includes also science. It includes epics. What are the epics of our country? Can you tell me? Yes, it is Ramayana and Mahabharata. They are the greatest epics of India. So he discussed time to time about the great epics, the morality we can learn out of those books in his letters to his daughter, and the theory of evolution, how a man come out of a small creature, single-celled animal, which you can call a protozoa, and from protozoa to to Homo sapien, how the evolution took place in the nature. All these things are discussed in the form of letters. He wrote letters to his daughter. Okay? And there is, now it is the 13th birthday. She entered into her teens. Till then he given her all the information, basic information which is required for understanding the society, understanding the country, understanding the scientific facts, evolution and the mythology by means of epics. All these things are given to her in the previous letters, but it is not such an occasion to give her a kind of information by means of a letter. It is a special occasion for both the father and the daughter, namely Jawaharlal Nehru, Pandit Nehru and Indira Gandhi. It was her marriage day. Okay, if you open your textbooks and read later, you can understand there is a kind of grievance, unhappiness you can see in the paragraphs when you are running out the lesson, reading the letter. The lesson is nothing but a letter there. If you read the letter which the father has written to his daughter, you can understand a kind of unhappiness, grievance. This letter is a kind of redressal to the grievance. The problem, the unhappiness, he ventilated in the form of the letter. Okay? He is unable to give material and solid presentations to his daughter. Normally we expect so many gifts from our near and dear and family members and friends. But it is not possible. That grievance is explained by Jawaharlal Nehru in a very subtle manner in the first paragraphs of his letter. And then he can give only good wishes to his daughter. Only good wishes can be shared for his daughter. He cannot give material gifts, and he can share only heartfelt good wishes on the occasion of the birthday of his daughter. Okay? He can inspire his daughter continuously for a period of 4 years. And now it is the time for him. 4 years means, you see, children. Now she is celebrating her 13th birthday. Means he started writing letters to her when she was 9 years old. Okay, see how our attitude and mentality and understanding will be at that age. How much good and grown up Indira was at that age. That is all the style of nurturing of Pandit Nehru. That is why she has become the first women Prime Minister of our country. That is the difference in nurturing the child's future. So, he is inspiring all the 9 years, I have already told you. He has shared a lot of information by means of his letters to his daughter. But now it is the time for him to give her birthday wishes. He felt very sad because he was unable to be there and celebrate the birthday. They are very rich family in India, very rich family in Asia, very rich family in the world that time. Even the Prince of UK with Jawaharlal Nehru for spending some holidays in Nehru's family, along with Nehru's family, in Ananda Bhavan, on the banks of river Ganges and Yamuna. Felt astonished looking at the abundant wealth of Pandit Nehru. In those days, normally the Europeans feel that they are very rich, they are very prosperous. One of the friends came to India along with Pandit Nehru to spend time in the holidays. He astonished looking at the wealthy atmosphere there and the humble and modest living of the family. Okay, they can celebrate the birthday, but they are not there together. That is because of Indian freedom movement, not any personal means, not any personal ends. So, he mentioned in the letter, I can only share some wishes, heartfelt wishes. And he don't like to sermonize. Sermonize means giving some points. You do this, you don't do that, don't waste time, you read well, behave nicely, be good at elders. This kind of sermonizing, giving some principles of life. He doesn't like because it was the occasion of the marriage day. But he discussed many things in the letter. Which are even useful for all of us to celebrate, for all of us to learn and understand and imbibe in our personality. All these things discussed in the letter, which is written by Jawaharlal Nehru on the occasion of the 13th birthday of his daughter, are useful for all of us. Let us see what are all the things he discussed there in this letter. Okay. In this letter, Jawaharlal Nehru made a mention about a great leader, That great leader was Mahatma Gandhi. Once you give a quick reading of all these bullet points about leadership qualities. He gave an example of a great leader, Mahatma Gandhi here. Talked about the greatest leader, Mahatma Gandhi, a live example to all of us. Great leaders inspire to great deeds. What is a good quality of a great leader? They inspire to great deeds. They inspire their fellow beings to achieve great deeds. What are all the great deeds? Actually, that time it is winning freedom for India. Achieving freedom for India is the greatest deed. And this kind of greatest deeds are possible with great actions and a noble sacrifice. You see, great, always using the word great deeds, great leaders, great actions. It's looking something odd, repetitive. So if you use a different word instead of great, which is a synonym for great, it is noble. That gives a beauty to our language. In the letter, Nehru wrote great up to there. Then immediately he used the word noble. That is the grip on language he has, and very simple words there. Immediately we understand we can use noble instead of great without even going for the meaning of noble. And what are the sacrifices they make? You see in the below line, it is starving for food. Okay, there will be the poor people and oppressed people. They starve for food, and sometimes even the good people, rich people like Jawaharlal Nehru also starve for food because they are working for a great cause, and that great cause was achieving freedom to our country. They starve for food, means that is the sacrifice they are making. They are suffering. They are oppressed by the Britishers, and even many other people are there who are oppressed by the Britishers. And these great leaders make all the people starve, make all the people oppress, face some kind of suffering, sacrifice their joy and happy life to some extent, and contribute to the great noble cause. That is why the great leaders inspire even a common man. Leader may not be there all the time, even in the absence of the leader. Bapuji may be there only in Delhi or Uttar Pradesh or Gujarat. But entire country followed Gandhi and followed Gandhi's magical message. Okay. We call Mahatma Gandhi by the name Bapuji. Why we are calling Gandhi as Bapuji? What is meant by Bapuji? Bapu means father. He is called Mahatma Gandhi is called the father of our nation. father of the nation. Mahatma Gandhi is called the father of our nation, and Bapu means father. So whatever the family head says, we have to follow. All the Indians sacrificed and followed Gandhi's words, sacrificed their lives, sacrificed their comfort, faced many troubles and struggles, and went along with Mahatma Gandhi to achieve freedom to India. That is how a great leader stole the hearts of millions of followers or people. Here I am unable to stop my speech as millions of Indians, because that much we owned Mahatma Gandhi. All these people came out of their shells and they started doing whatever Gandhi said. They are called the noble acts. Those noble acts are sacrificing the happiness, sacrificing the comfort, coming out of the comfort zone and shell, facing some struggle. And what is the ultimate destination or goal? To achieve freedom to India. Okay, so here there is a pic of Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru when they are discussing about both the things. How to achieve freedom to India is one thing, and how to sustain Indian development after achieving freedom is the second thing. These two are there for all the people to discuss in those days. Okay, see, the followers are following. See, Mahatma Gandhi is there, Jawaharlal Nehru is there. This is Gandhi. I'm sorry. In our pic, this is Pandit Nehru, and this is Mahatma. We call Gandhi as Mahatma also. Mahatma. This is Nehru. Great leaders, they do not lead people. Normally what we think of, leaders will be there in front of us and we blindly follow them. Actually it is not correct, it is not a good leadership quality. Leaders will be there behind, they show the route, for some time they will be in the forefront, and afterwards they go back and back. They make a good leader, and that leader was Pandit Nehru. He has given the role of leading the entire nation to Pandit Nehru. He went back, and afterwards even up to here he went. Okay, leaders always may not be there in the forefront. For some time they will be there, they show the way and they go back. See, that is a good leadership quality. It was given in the letter. What is a good leadership quality? They should inspire the people, they motivate the people, they send the people in their own way, correct way, to reach the destination, and then they move back. They will not be there in the forefront all the time. That is not the correct quality of a leadership. And all the people became soldiers, okay, and in the freedom movement, which is a great drama. Drama means not in the negative sense here, it's a positive sense, which happened dramatically and historically. Okay, and here Jawaharlal Nehru said, we are very fortunate, Indira, you and me are very fortunate to be a part of this greatest struggle. Normally how a common man thinks, it was the birthday, he was away in the prison, daughter was away in the residential boarding school, they cannot celebrate the birthday. Oh, what kind of a hell! We are unable to celebrate the birthday. We feel in a negative way and we depress. Telling her, he is telling, we are fortunate. This is a great leadership quality. Even in a bad position, drastic condition, thinking in a positive way. We are the soldiers of Mahatma Gandhi. We are fortunate to take part in this greatest moment of historical importance. He is telling to his daughter. Means she should not feel bad for unable to celebrate her birthday. Rather, she should feel very happy for being a part of the freedom movement, sacrificing her birthday. That is why today we have the letter. Many of us celebrated our birthdays for many years. Do anybody remember about our birthdays? No, we even don't remember what is the color of the dress, what is the special dish, and where we have celebrated our birthday some time back. Textbooks for students. Even we are reading about her birthday today. That is the sacrifice. Greatest noble sacrifice. Okay? They are the part of the freedom movement under Bapuji's leadership. So, second important quality described by Pandit Nehru is there should be no room for secrecy. First good quality described, first aspect described in Jawaharlal Nehru's letter is what is a leadership quality. And second greatest quality described in Nehru's letter is there should be no room for secrecy. This is a message for all the youth who are unable to decide what is good and what is bad. There is a simple acid test given by Pandit Nehru how to decide a certain thing is good or bad. When you are doing something, you are unable to reveal it to others, express in front of others. You want to hide it, means do it secretly. It is not good, you avoid it simply. Drop doing it simply. Instead, when you can say something very boldly in front of others, when you are doing it, it is the right thing. You can do it. Go with that. It's a simple acid test. Nobody should tell you. Jawaharlal Nehru don't like to sermonize what is good and what is wrong and what is bad. Everybody can test their deeds. If I can able to tell it with others, share with my friends, inform to my parents, before I do a certain activity, it is a good thing. I can go with that. When I want to hide it, fear to share with my friends, feeling ashamed to inform my parents, it's a bad thing. So when I am trying to keep it secret, it's not a good thing, and we should not go with that kind of good thing. We should not be afraid of what they did or what they said. It is a good thing. When there is no fear and we can say it openly, it's a good deed and we can do it. When we fear, we cannot do it openly in front of others, we cannot do it. We drop it, it's a bad thing. But there is a little difference between secrecy and privacy. There is a little difference between secrecy and privacy. Privacy means when we are doing certain things, we want to do it privately, personally. We cannot do it in front of others. That is what called privacy or a personal space. That is not wrong. Secrecy means we want to hide it from others. We cannot do, don't want to let them know about that. That is secrecy. So the difference between secrecy and privacy is a very thin line. We should understand. We can ourselves can test what is good and what is bad, and only the good things we can do. We have to do in our life. Okay. And this kind of activities, if we are able to part of, we will be there forever. As long as the sun was there and the light was there, we will be able to be there. As long as the sun and the light was there, these things will be there in the history of our country. People remember it forever. And he wanted his child to be grow up like a child of light, unafraid, not felt fear for doing something. He wanted his daughter to be serene. I have given you the meanings of these words in the beginning. Serene, calm, quiet, stable, without fearing to others, and unruffled, not disturbed. When decide strongly it is good thing, I can do it. Whoever object it, we will be very strong, firm, and we will do it. And whatever might happen, we will do it in an unruffled manner. That is how he wanted his daughter to grow up into a brave soldier of India's service. He wanted his daughter to be grow up into a brave soldier of India's service for the serving Indian people. See here the pic of all the brave soldiers and then the father and his beloved daughter. I once repeat all the points, whatever that we learned in this class. It is a letter written by Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister, to his daughter, our first woman Prime Minister in the whole order. She was the third Prime Minister of India. This was not only a letter from a father to his daughter, it was a message to the entire nation, especially the youth and public enthusiastic people like you. And what are the important points mentioned in the letter? Point 1, leadership qualities. Point 2, how to do a good thing. First point about leadership qualities, he said, the good leaders, noble leaders, they inspire people, they make people achieve a great cause by sacrificing to some extent and contributing to the great cause. That is, he has given Indian freedom movement as an example there. Secondly, he talked about selecting good deeds and bad deeds. Normally people, what he is a small kid, he is a small child, he is a young man, he don't know what is good and bad. These are all the things we talk naturally. But actually we know what is good and what is bad. But we tend to do it. So how to test whether a certain thing is good or bad? We can take the example, we can test ourselves. Am I able to share it with my friends? Am I able to share it with my parents? Then it is a good thing. No problem. Though somebody objects, I can do it. It's a good thing. If I cannot share it with others, it's not a good thing and I cannot do it. That is the way to decide whether a thing is good or bad. Then we can drop doing the bad things. He wanted his child to be, his daughter Indira to be grown up into a great leader like Mahatma Gandhi for serving the country, India. These are all the important points in Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's letter to India. So, you have a textbook here. In that textbook, you have this lesson, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's letter to his daughter, Indira. And then, you also have in the same unit a non-detail. In that non-detail, we have one poem. In the next class, I will explain you the poem. In the same text and non-detail, a lot of grammar exercises are there. These exercises are based on grammatical skills, reading, writing, listening and speaking. All these things we will cover in the coming lecture classes. Okay? Okay, have a nice day. Bye. Good day, all of you.